What's good, everybody? How are we all doing? First off, this is my first live, so welcome to everyone. How is the sound? Can you hear me okay? I saw people like writing in the chat that they were grooving out. Let me know what's good. How's it going? Does it sound okay? Hello, hello. Sounds good. Wonderful. We love that story. All right, so what's good, everybody? Welcome to my first live for this Tube Dudes live event that was started by Aaron and Chip over at Fiber Hustle, and they are following me. So once you all are done here, hopefully you all will be redirected to their channel so you can check out all the fun stuff that they have in store for you all. The day's been great so far. So we had Cabin Boy Knits kick us off a couple hours ago, and then we went over to Stuart at the WOOLPATCH, who is also moderating the chat. So anything that I'm talking about, he'll be popping in links. Hello, everyone. I see people popping in. He'll be popping in links and things like that. And if not, once this video is over and it's posted, I'll put all the links to everything that I'm talking about down below as well. And then we just finished with the boys over at Needles at the Ready, which was a good time. I think we could all use a little more Needles at the Ready drinking wine during their episodes. I was having a good time with that. Although I will say moderating their chat was a bit crazy. Y'all have a turn up going on over there. And yeah, I was just trying to be quick. All right, so all of us are here. We're over at this channel now. So the day really is supposed to be a holiday extravaganza, right? Like, what are we all interested in? And so I threw up a poll asking people if they, sorry, I'm trying to read the chat and talk at the same time. And yeah, drinking wine should be happening more. And right, so today we're just sharing fun things to get us excited for the winter holidays. So that is, to me, means anything that you celebrate towards the end of the year, right? So there's a bunch of different holidays that are all crammed in the last couple of weeks. And for some reason, we as crafty people get very nervous, anxious that we have to get stuff done, because I don't know if you all are like me, but I will wait until the last minute until I need to get something done. And then I'm like, oh, shoot, I gotta hurry. So hopefully today I can give you some fun gift ideas, whether that's if you want to make things, if you want to purchase something. Yeah, I just want to make y'all's lives easier. Literally everything that I'm going to be showing, we're talking big needles. So nothing smaller than a US 7. I want you all in a day or two to be able to crank things out and not have to worry about it anymore. Because let's be honest, we all want to crank the thing ourselves. And all these other people, they can wait. So let's let them wait. Or let's get their stuff done so then they can wait until next year before we get them something else. You all, I'm having a little tea. My roommates got me this like a few years ago. Look at how cute this is. What? I have no idea where it's from, so please don't ask me. Anyway, it has a little kettle and I filled it. And then it has this fun little Christmas mug. We love it. Etsy gifts. I know, people. All right, so shall we get into it? This is weird to see a chat and be like doing what I think is a podcast. Anyway, all right. So first things first, I have the task of talking about holiday music because if you've been here before, you know, wait a minute, pause, rewind. So since the day is happening the way that it is, there's probably a lot of new people who know nothing about me. So let me do that whole spiel first. So I'm Michael. This is my crafty corner of the YouTube universe, also known as Piece4PeaceCrafting over on Instagram. If you want to follow me on Ravelry, you can do so as Piece4PeaceCraft. There's a playlist that goes along with my normal podcast, and that's Piece4PeaceCrafting podcast playlist over on Spotify. Check it out. Jams are always being thrown in there, and I have a bunch more to add. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out my last podcast, and there's more information in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, throughout showing you all things that I think might be good for you to do for the holidays, I'm going to throw in some fun music things sprinkled in throughout this little live. So first up is, sorry, it's also weird. I have a table set up in front of me, and normally, like when I do my podcast, it's just like stuff is around me in a pile. Okay, so I'm gonna start with something sort of new, if I can get it from under here. Now, I know how we feel about Christmas music, and some of us like really traditional stuff, but I think it's nice every now and then to throw in something new. So this Sia album, first of all, the cover, Can You Even, is so much fun. Whoever said Motown, okay, first of all, whoever said Motown Christmas in the comments, oh, Sarah, that's my sister. Absolutely, yes, hands down, Motown Christmas is the best album ever. I wish I could find it on vinyl, but it's so hard. This Sia Christmas album is a lot of fun. It's got great jams on it. They're not your typical, like, Santa Claus is coming to town or Frosty the Snowman. They're all like newer songs. I would definitely give this one a listen if you just want something fun and jolly in the background. I'm pretty sure in one of my earlier episodes, I recommended this around the holidays. So check this album out. Okay. People are saying hi to my sister. Hello. That's fun. All right. Next up is, before I get into some makes, is all of us are doing like these word scramble dealios. And so I am going to do mine a little bit differently. If you are watching on a computer and you know the shortcut to do a screen grab, or if you're on your phone, I only know about iPhones. I'm not one of those people, but I'm one of those people. You know how you can press like the power button and the volume button to take a screen grab? That's what we're going to do here, friends. This is hour 4 of the public access holiday telethon. Things are a little bit loose. Things are a little bit, we're a little bit under over here. So I'm going to open up this little Christmas scroll or holiday scroll. And I want everyone to just take a screenshot, and then you have to unscramble the words. I'll give you a hint to what it is in a second. Did you take your screenshot? I hope you did. Are you dying? We love it. Okay, so all you have to do is unscramble the words. I will give you a hint. It is a song lyric. That's all I'll tell you for now. But if you know me and my what I do in my normal life, that may help you out a little bit. All of the submissions for the word scramble, there is a link that will pop up in the chat. And if not, there's a thing down below where you can go and fill out a Google form and you can put in your answers there. Now, I am gonna do one of two things. So in the Google form, there's a comment section, and you can either say, I would like the knitting book, or I would like the crochet book. And so my prize for those who enter for the word scramble is going to be either the Tin Can Knits Strange Brew book, which is a colorwork book. I'm going on like a colorwork I don't want to say journey because that sounds so silly, but I am loving doing color work right now and trying to get better at it. And so I thought maybe one of you would like that as well. Or The second thing is a book that I'm going to show in a little bit. And that one may get a little bit tricky because I'm going to have to like send it through Jeff's website to you. But I thought having a fun actual book might be pretty dope. Okay, enough of the chit chats. It's been 10 minutes. Let's get into some fun things. So, yes, I can show it again. I can show it again. I can show it again. Hold up. Are we ready? Is everybody ready? I had so much fun drawing these out this morning. Perfect. The Google thing will be, the Google form will be in the chat, or it'll be linked down below in the comments. Go to the Google form and fill it out, and then we'll draw prizes after that. Okay, let's get into it. So I saw someone say, as this was going up, that they liked my hat. So much like the fellas over at Needles at the Ready, I find that hats are a great thing to just like bang out really quickly, right? Like only 34 minutes, I know. Hats are really easy to bang out. And so this one that I'm wearing, there's no real pattern for it. It's like just a simple crocheted beanie that I made years ago out of just like whatever I had lying around. And so I think if you just like do a search for like simple crochet beanie, something similar to this will definitely pop up. I think I found, oh, that's wrong, the wrong way. I found a pattern once and then it was easy enough for me to just keep going or making them without like looking up something. Anyway, I wasn't going to show this, but then I was watching everyone else's things today and I got excited. So I started running through the house and grabbing things. But I also made, this is one of my roommate's hats. You can't really see those little V stitches on here. And if you just do a search for like V-stitch crochet hat, something will come up. And this also ties into what Stuart was talking about in his live with the front and back post crochet technique. And there's a lot of that in here because that makes the V's on the hat. I also add a little pom-pom. I made this for them like years ago for Christmas, question mark, or maybe just the winter. Anyway, super cute. V-stitch hat, absolutely great. All right, now some things that I personally love. First up is, you all have seen me wear this a ton, but this is the Siege hat by Tanis Lovely. And I personally think it's just a really simple, easy go-to little beanie. I like my hats to be kind of small and I can roll them up. Yes, I know I live in a cold climate here in Chicago, and it's enough where I can roll down straps if I want or roll it up. And I usually wear it rolled up. I have this in a bigger size as well. So that when it is really cold, I can wear that one and like for real have my ears covered. But it's ribbing. It's super easy. This one was made out of, oh, this is going to be the true test for this live, is not looking up all the patterns first. This was made out of Brooklyn Tweed tones. Yeah, it was my first time using a Brooklyn Tweed. It's really great. I love it. So the Siege hat, really great. Worked up really fast. I think in like 2 days, I had one and I made 2 within a week. So go for it. All right. Next, oh, it's in my lap. Okay, next up, you all just saw this. If you came from Kevin and Ray's live, I also have the Coffee Talk toque, literally in the same colors. Like, who are we? Twinning. This hat I absolutely love. I believe I did the medium version of this. This is in the whiskey colorway. It is, oh, Trilogy Yarns. So sorry. I love this color and it makes for a fun little hat. Now, I will be honest, I need to give this hat a little wash because you guys, I know, great minds, exactly. Um, Kendrick, for those of you that don't know, I got a pup. His name is Kendrick. He's a mini schnauzer who is sleeping behind the table right now. He is developing a taste for the wool. And one day, if it's not socks, he grabbed this hat and like ran out of the room. And I was like, literally, what are you doing? So I need to wash it because it's a little gnarly, but I don't mind putting it on for all of you. So yeah, this is the Coffee Talk toque. I would definitely check this one out. Also works up really fast. I think I'm due to make another one. Yeah, just because I love it so much. I mean, I personally think as we are going into like crunch time making season, that the easier pressure that we can put on ourselves, like the better we'll all be. You know, like this time of year already has built in stress to it. And the more opportunities we can take to like take some of that stress away, we should. Like, if you know that you wanted to make that sweater for someone and they're not going to properly take care of it, or it's stressing you out to make it, child, stop. They don't know you're making it. Make them a hat and give them the other thing on a birthday. Don't stress yourself out. That's what we're doing over here, at least. Does anyone agree with that? Are we doing stress-free makes or are we stressing ourselves out? Let me know. Good advice. Okay. Sorry, someone said I was frozen. Am I good? Is the picture okay for everyone? I know there's a lag, so it can be kind of weird. No stress, no stress, no stress. Yes, okay. Everything's popping in now. Sweet. Yes, don't stress. Picture's good. Okay, fabulous. Wonderful. All right, another hat that it actually just came out not too long ago. Picture's good, sounds good. Okay, fabulous. Good, 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 good. Is and I actually test knit for it. Is the Nordic hat by Jean-Philippe Cliche. And this, you all, when I tell you it is so warm, is perfect. So this one, okay, let me go backwards. So our crochet hats, simple. We're doing double crochets, US doubles. I don't know what that's called in the UK terms. My bad, everyone. Double crochets, half double crochets. We live. This, just ribbing. If you don't like ribbing, that's not the option for you. This one is giving fun little pattern on it. Make the socks first, come back and make this. This one, now, I know some of you are going to be like, oh, thank you for putting in what the UK terms are. For this one, it is brioche. Now, I know some people are like shutting me off. You're changing the channel. You said, I ain't got time for the brioche. But you all, this is 2 strands of DK and 2 strands of mohair, I believe. Yes, held together, unlike a US 10 or 10 and a half. It couldn't get any easier. Also, it's done, which isn't giving much away. It's done sort of in pieces, like you do the flaps and then you go around and you do the top of the hat. Now, for me personally, there's been a couple cold days here and I have worn this out to walk the dog and have been totally fine. If it's windy, it does blow a little bit. So what I'm thinking is, and I think I talked about this a little bit too on a podcast episode, like when I was making this, is I want to go back in and add little what's the word? String tassels to it so that I can tie it up under my chin. I know some people said put a button, which that would be cute too, but I don't want the button to like be under my chin. You know what I mean? I guess it would be on the outside of the hat. You all, thank you for talking this through with me. I'm going to figure it out. Oh, someone said those dangly balls. Yeah, I could put those dangly balls from that Cabin Boy Knits made and then tie them and have them just sit here. Yes, I-cord tassels. Exactly. So this is another one I would totally recommend checking out. I think it's a great hat. It worked up super fast. Even in the test knit, like, because it's on such large needles, because the yarn weight is like chunky, yeah, it just works up super fast. And there's I believe three different sizes in the pattern. Um, yes, for voting for dangly balls. Hilarious. Yeah, I would recommend this as a good go-to, especially if you live somewhere where it's like proper cold. You know what I mean? The weather here right now is fake and it's giving me in the 50s here. So like I'm fine having just my little beanie on and walking around. Okay. We good with the hat hat talk. I feel like I sort of plowed through that really quickly. But again, all the links are in the chat that's like filtering up right now, and they will be below once this video is done and it is up on YouTube for you all to watch later. All right, let's move on. First of all, I know some of you are like, oh, you don't look festive. Well, I had my red and green hat on, mint green. And I'm also repping a Christmas gift that I got for myself, this little worldwide hoodie, because today we literally are worldwide. We're coming from all over. And if you are a Beyonce stan, then you know what this is all about. It says Act 1 up top, Renaissance. If you know the worldwide hoodie reference, come through. Okay. Oh no. I'll wait to show that. Okay, yes, please feel free to thumbs up this video. Thanks for who said that in the comments. All right, so maybe you don't have someone that you would want to make a hat for, or these other little things that we've seen throughout the day. Sorry, I'm looking at the comments. Judith, what's the name of what, friend? And for a lot of us, now myself included, we have little fur babies that we can make things for. It doesn't always have to be for a human. So, which I actually can't believe this is done, but I finished this little sweater for Kendrick, which if you watch the regular podcast, I will show again and go more in depth about it. But this is the Ursa Canis dog sweater. What? The little triangle detail on the back. I'm screaming. I was gonna put this on him and have him model it, but he is quiet and asleep right now, and so I don't want to bother him. This is a great project. It was my first time doing, oh, that looks cute like that, doing a dog sweater, and super simple. So all I did was one day, I'm very lucky. He is like the laziest dog ever. He was just like laying on the couch and I took his measurements and then went from there. And so a coworker of mine and her sister's sister has a schnauzer. And so we decided to make, it was the same size and everything, decided to make these little dog sweaters. Now, the fur babies in our lives, they are a family, right? So make them something cute. This I knit up really quick. This is just using some Lion brand fisherman's wool. And yeah, probably took me 3 days. I like knit this a bunch on the bus while I was commuting. It's so cute and it looks really cute on. If he is not wild in a minute and I have a little bit of time, I will try to put it on him and show you all. But if not, there are pictures that will be coming of him in it. That dog, oh, your dog would eat it. Hilarious. You know, that was so funny. So I finished it and he was like sleeping next to me. And so I just like started putting him on it and he like sort of woke up and like just kind of let me put it on him and then didn't bother it all day. And I know some dogs are a little like please don't put clothing on me, but he's just so chill. So I guess I sort of lucked out, and yeah, he felt a little cute. Like I saw his strut change a little bit, and I was like, okay, you need to calm yourself down. I can't with you. All right. My last sort of knitted garment thing that I want to talk about is if you do have those people in your life that you feel like you can be making something for, uh, this I think is another great option. I recently finished this for those who are on the channel or watch my channel. And for those of you that are new, yes, Kendrick is totally knit worthy. Sorry, I'm seeing the comments as they come up. So this is which is going to be hard to see because it's, oh no, that's good. The Wave of Change shawl / blanket. Now, here's what's really dope about this. It's written in the pattern. This is by Denise Byron. And in the pattern, it's written to be several different things. You can make it a shawl. You can make it a baby blanket. You could change the yarn weight and the needle size and make it a huge tapestry that hangs behind your bed if you want. It's super versatile. The great thing about the pattern is it's written in the instructions. She's giving you what to do to get the vibe that you want. So if you want to just make this, like this is kind of big, right? So it's just, sorry, not to cover my face, but it's just a square that you fold in half. I'm going to leave it a little bit long, and I can wrap it up and pop my coat on. Oh, actually, look, I have this hoodie on, and just be, I mean, we cute and cozy. It's so good. So I changed it and decided that I wanted to stripe the colors on mine just to make it a little bit different, since all of the ones that I had seen were one solid color. But if I wanted to, because I had so much yarn, I could have kept going and made it bigger to be more of a blanket. Now, the size that it is currently, if I were like on a plane or something and needed to just like cover up my legs, that's literally not me, but it might be someone out there. It will work as a lap blanket too, just in the size that I knit to a pattern. Also, yes, Kathy says in the chat that this pattern is so calming to knit. I 1000% agree. So if you follow me, you know that I'm a huge fan of Denise's, and I've made almost all of her patterns. That sounds weird to say out loud, but it's true. She has a couple sewing patterns. I don't sew yet. That I do want to try. We have a sewing machine in this house. Chip, I may be calling you. And I do want to learn because I think that would be so dope. Anyway, I've knit the Wave of Change jacket. I've made 2 of the sweaters actually, and I have the shawl now. So yeah, this is a vibe, and I would totally recommend it to anyone out there. All right. Another music thing. One second. I'm moving things around. There's stuff I brought out that I was like, oh, I want to show this. And then I was like, 45 minutes, that seems like so much time. I don't think I can fill that. And here we are with 15 minutes left. Okay, so the next music selection that I'm gonna recommend for you all are just like holiday music that I like putting on. So yeah, it's true. Like as a kid, we listened to a lot of Motown Christmas because like that was the vibe in our house, as well as some of the more traditional things. And as I've gotten older, I do like listening to lots of different things. I'm sure wherever it is you are, there is some channel that is on the radio. Shout out to the analog folks. That's on the radio. That's playing Christmas music already. They literally started like the day after Halloween. I'm screaming. What are you thinking? And so, right, we're going with all sorts of holiday music. Now, I love in the before times when I could spend a lot of time like at record shops, I love just like crate diving and like seeing what people have. And so one time I was at a thrift store actually, and I have a few of these. They're not all Christmas. I'll tell you more about it in a second. But this is called an old-fashioned Christmas. I'm so sorry. And excuse me, what is happening? First of all, oh, the lighting. Look at this cover. Miss, not the grandparents looking out the window because they can't be bothered with what's happening in the house. I'm screaming. Okay, so this this is really cool because on the inside, there's a bunch of different, it's 6 different discs, right? And each disc is, I know the album cover, it's so good. Each disc is labeled for like different things. So it's like disc 1 is Deck the Halls, and then it has like Deck the Halls, Oh Come O Ye Faithful, those types of jams. Then like I don't know, disc 5 is Jolly Old Saint Nicholas, and then that has like, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, Jingle Bell Rock. So I think finding little things like this, I probably paid $2 for this, and it's a 6 album thing. If you have a record player, I just think are so fun and so silly. Yeah, to just like pull out randomly and pop on. Now, the thing that I think is funny is I have another one that is I think it's called like Perfect Dinner Party or something. I don't know. It's like 12 albums though, and there's a little spinner in it where you can pick and decide what kind of evening you're having. So it'll be like tropical vibe or whatever, or like night at a luau. And so you move the thing and then it tells you which discs you need to play in what order. So silly, super fun. Highly recommend going crate diving wherever you are. All right. Next up, for those of us who definitely maybe we are, the clock is against us. No, okay, sorry. It's 12 albums. You don't play all 12 at the dinner party. I'm screaming. That would be fun though. And if you have friends like I do, you might get through all 12, depending. Okay, so for those of us who may be making something really isn't within our time frame right now, or that's just not our vibe. We don't want to stress out about it. Another thing that I think is really cool is just buying people books. I know that like some of us are like, oh, we got to go digital. We have to do this whole thing. But I will say that like I'm team digital too. But recently I've been really enjoying just collecting and getting books. Just because I can sit and read them at my own leisure. I could do the same thing too if I was like doing the digital copy, whatever. This is easier on my eyes. I can thumb through. I can write in them if I want. And so here are just a couple ideas. The Carpenter's Christmas, sorry, is so good. First up is the Color Work Bible. And this is by Jesse Oster. I can't edit this because it's live. Ostermiller, I'm gonna say. And this book has been really helpful for me since I have been trying to get better at doing color work. Now, in this book, there's a little bit of everything from selecting your yarn to different techniques that are in here. So not only is it just like your stranded color work, but there's brioche and intarsia. There's also some patterns that are in the back of the book that I think are really dope and would be a great addition to everyone's library. So that's my first option. My second option is, and this ties into the word scramble. I'll show the letters again for those of you who maybe jumped on a little bit later. But I just recently got this book, and in the next year, which is like weeks away now, I plan on doing a deep dive into this because I really want to make some of the things that are in here. And that is my pretty brown doll. And this book is by Yolanda Jordan. I've talked so much about this on my podcast. It is such a dope book. It's great to see all the different skin tones and shades within the book. And the patterns are so well written, just giving you step-by-step tutorial on how to go about making all of these cute little, oh my God, like look at her. She's living her best life. And this mermaid, I'm screaming, and the ballerina, I need that in my life. She's got to sit on this thing behind me. So, with the word scramble, if you would like to go, for me, if you would like to go the knit route, in the comments, when you go to type in your answer, you can just write, I would like the knit version or the Tin Can Knits knit book, the ebook, and I will send that over to you if you are the winner. And if you would like this book, I'm going to gift this to someone, but I will need an address to have it shipped to you. I'm probably going to use Jeff's website because that ships kind of everywhere. So just let me know in the comment, or not in the comments, in the in the comments on the Google form, which one you would like. And then once I pull a winner, I will let you know. Here are the letters again. Are you ready? Are your phones out? Let me make sure it's not upside down. What? Song lyrics. It's a Christmas song lyric, I should say that. Okay, last thing is, again, if you have tuned in to here before, you know how I feel about this magazine. Now, maybe 2 years ago, yeah, it must have been 2 years ago, I gifted myself Pom Pom for Christmas. I think that's when the kinship shawl, maybe it was in the fall, came out by Olga Jazzy Knits. That's her Instagram handle. And Stephen West. It was a collaboration shawl. I knit it. I did a make along for it. It was awesome. And once my 4 issues of the magazine had run out, I was like, oh, actually, I am living for this. And so I just continue doing it. So if you have a crafty person in your life and you don't know what to get them, and you think that they might like this, I would say doing a subscription just for a year. The great thing about it is it doesn't renew. You have to actually go in and say that you would like to renew, which I think is really dope. But this has amazing patterns in it. I just finished a pair of socks from the last issue, and I'm working on a sweater right now from the last issue as well. So this is the most recent one. This is the winter for 2022. And wait, I just need to show you. I know I'm looking at the clock. I'm freaking out. Oh, but I have to show you. You all, look at this sweater. Ugh. Are you gagged? I am. I need this in my life. Anyway, I think Pom Pom Corley is a great addition to anyone's library and would highly recommend it. All right. Yeah, I need that sweater too. Thank you, Val. It's so good. Yes, yeah, people are gagged. Good, gagged over that sweater. All right. My last musical thing that I'm going to share with you all is, for me, it is not the holiday season until we have this playing in our house. And that is the Vince Guaraldi Trio, A Charlie Brown Christmas. The mood that this puts me in is fantastic. And it just makes me think of the holidays. And because a couple songs have lyrics to them, but because it's so chill and it's a jazz album, this can literally be on repeat all the time. And who doesn't love Charlie Brown? If you don't, We should have words. No, I'm just kidding. But I do think that this album is great, and yeah, you should definitely put it on. It makes me feel like it's the holidays. I'm sure it makes some of you feel like it's the holidays. Rock out, y'all. All right. So, just within the last little bit of time that I have with you all, I think one of the important things, at least that I like to talk about on my channel, is making sure that today we're seeing a great, what's the word I'm looking for? What happens when communities come together. And so we have these five wonderful channels that are now coming together to do this really dope event after, a holiday here in the US. But as we enter crunch time for making season, and it's really about building community, right? Some of you probably have never checked me out before, and maybe you haven't checked out some of the other people, and that's really beautiful. And so within this time, we want to remember that community is important. And sometimes during this time of year, it's really hard for folks. And so we just want to hold each other a little bit closer and reach out to people who may need it, especially as we're stressing out over making all of these things. But what I will say is another thing that I find could be really cool is to um, give people their time back. And so what I mean by that is, maybe it's not the act of making something for someone, but maybe it's the act of sitting someone down and teaching them to crochet, teaching them to knit, showing them how to sew something. I got this needle felting kit that I thought that I was going to start so that I could have something to show today. But this little thing from Going Gnome has all the fiber in it and these little gnomes. You could sit down and teach someone how to needle felt. And I just think in teaching someone the crafts that we're also passionate about, it is giving people their time back. We can sit, whether it be in solitude or with a group of friends, and yeah, we can share these ideas with people and have them enter our worlds too. And it is giving them a little bit of their time back where they can de-stress, they can think about the things that are going on in their lives while they're making, instead of feeling so stressed out about everything literally all the time. So that's my biggest one for everyone, is to, during this time, if you don't want to make something for someone and you don't want to stress out about it, teach someone to do one of these crafts that we are also passionate about. Give them their time back. It is super important, especially at this time of year. Yeah. Anywho, I hope everyone had fun. I see in the comments, people are asking for the dog. Here, Kendrick, come here. He is just looked at me like, I know you are not calling me. Maybe next time, y'all. Thanks everyone for popping over and coming to hang out with me for a little bit. This was super exciting to be doing my first live. The video will pop up and just be like in my normal feed for anyone who wants to watch later or who doesn't have the time to watch now and you are watching later. Remember, you all can take screen grabs of the word scramble, and you will have 24 hours after Fiber Hustle is done to go to the link that has been in the chat, but I'll also pop it down below in the description. And you can submit your things either for the Tin Can Knits Strange Brew book. So you can write, I would like the Tin Can Knits in the comment, or I can't find the book now. Or you can win a copy of the My Pretty Brown Doll crochet book. Just write which one you would like in the comments on the Google form, and I will be sure to get those out to you as soon as possible. So sweet. I hope everyone has a fabulous holiday season that is coming up ahead. For me, that means being stuck in a theater for a month because Nutcracker season is upon us. And until I see all of you again, don't forget, make a piece, spread some peace. Peace, y'all.